This man was too arrogant. His car had just been pulled over by the police. He came forward to teach the police officer a lesson. This man had been drinking before driving. He not only dared to go after a police car but also dared to hit it. The police car caught up with him. He waved his hand calmly. The insulted police went straight ahead and forced him to stop. Unexpectedly, he rolled down the glass and poked his head out. "Why did you park your car there? Didn't you see me coming?" That was it. His name was Marco. His height was only 1.6 meters. So he could only be the assistant of a basketball coach because of his height. In a game, he led the team to the basketball court. Due to opinions differences, he directly beat the head coach in public. In the end, he was fired by the head coach. The lawyer took him to the judge. The judge gave him two options. Either he got imprisoned for 2 years or went to the district and taught basketball for 3 months. Marco decisively chose the latter, but he never thought that he had to teach a group of disabled people. Looking at the small coach, their eyes were full of doubts. "Who am I? Where am I? Why did the 1.6-meter dwarf stand in front of us?" Marco decided to start teaching from the most basic. "Let's throw the ball." Sorry. Marco decided to find 2 members to teach exclusively. He told Ivan and Sergio to get out of the lineup, but Sergio somehow just stood still. Ivan explained that Sergio's soul was out of his body. "What can I do? There's nothing we could do. Just wait for his soul to come back." See, he came back. Finally, Sergio came back. Jesus rushed up to hug Marco. He was just like his name. He hadn't bathed for more than 10 years. His smell was stinky and unacceptable. Marco was only 1 step away from dying on the spot. The members of the team said the coach was so short. Jesus defended the coach. "He's not short, he's just not growing yet." Anger in Marco burst. He decided to start with basic physical training. Marco repeatedly stressed that they should follow him in a straight line. These people were really obedient. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. These lack of intelligence of those men made Marco helpless. He couldn't stand it, so he went to the judge immediately and asked if he could pay money instead. The judge told him, "I don't know how many people have had a few drinks then hit someone disabled, or how many families were ruined because of drunk driving to educate you." Marco was speechless. He found the person in charge of the basketball team to reason with him. He thought those people couldn't even stand stably. It was impossible for them to play basketball. After the complaining, the old man began to slowly tell Marco everyone's story. The drunken driver with a big mouth was having a row with the police. He was going to teach a group of disabled people to play basketball. They couldn't catch the ball. They couldn't pass the ball. The ball was thrown with their feet. This action nearly took the coach's life. Marco wanted to give up, but the community leader told Marco they still had many advantages. For example, Benito liked to throw the ball everywhere. He was a dishwasher. The speed of washing dishes was 3 to 4 times quicker than a normal person. And Sergio, the boy who had his soul out of his body sometimes, was a product quality inspector. He could always pick out those unqualified products at a glance. Jesus, who drowned when he was young and didn't take a bath for more than 10 years, was the most loving of all. He gave relief to a lot of stray dogs. The old man told Marco, "Don't underestimate them. They just need more time than ordinary people to practice. Then they will be as good as others." Marco looked guilty. He began a new training. In this training session, Sergio's soul was still out of the body. But it didn't matter. Marco had become more patient. He would not give up on him, training the team members to perform an ordinary action hundreds of times. The team members agreed without complaint. If you work hard, you will achieve. Even Jesus learned to lead and throw the ball. He wanted to hug Marco excitedly, but he was rejected by Marco. Someone found in the bathroom a mouse that was at a loss under the current. Jesus, who liked animals, rushed up to Marco and told him to save the mouse. Marco wanted to turn off the water, but he broke the valve. Seeing the mouse got into the sewer, Jesus was impatient, urging Marco forward. Marco suddenly had an idea. He encouraged Jesus to save the mouse, saying the mouse wanted Jesus to save him. "If you don't, the little mouse will drown." As soon as this remark came out, Jesus took off his jacket decisively. Jesus came to the sewer above the water. After a while, Jesus found that the water was not so terrible. Marco handed the shower gel. Jesus had overcome his fear of water. This time, Jesus asked for a hug again and Marco accepted it. Through this bathroom incident, the basketball team became more united. And it happened that unity was the most critical factor to win the basketball game. Now they were going to play their first game. At this time, Kalantz, a strong member, joined. She was in the field of studying asset management, but it didn't start very well. The opponent team had the advantages of being tall, successively attacking, continuously nailing their goal. The situation was bad. Kalantz was going to play to solve this big problem. The defense smelled really good, but he didn't expect her to solve it this way. Gradually, they began to travel all over the country, participating in the disabled competition. They had achieved good results like the Lakers in the NBA, invincible all the way. Soon, they were all over the major news and even got an invitation to participate in the national basketball tournament. If they won this competition, it would not just be a dream for them to reach the peak of their life. This was a basketball team composed of disabled people. They played and won again and again. This time, they would play against the dwarves who were ranked first in the country. Marco looked at the team and got surprised in an instant. They called themselves dwarves, but they weren't shot at all. Kalantz opened her mouth in surprise. There were no dwarves in the dwarves. The players panicked. "Coach, are we still playing?" Marco calmly made a plan. "Everyone protect yourself. We'll be the champions." The game began. In the first few minutes, the opponent team had made 3 points. The big men of the dwarves committed a deliberate foul. Sergio was injured and told to change the member. There was no way. Marco let the weakest, Jesus, out to play. When Jesus came out to play, because of losing Sergio, the disabled team didn't play well like before. The dwarves played with the attacking formation, continuously scoring. If it went on like this, they were far from winning. Fortunately, they were not depressed. Marco constantly responded to the command outside the field. With his tactical training for everyone, the score gap was narrowed to 8 points. It's worth mentioning here the disabled characters in movies were played by the disabled people in reality. The basketball team were made up of disabled people, but it didn't affect their spirit. It was a fierce battle between the two teams. Everyone did their best to win the championship. There was only 1 minute left. The dwarves were 1 point ahead, but at that time, they fouled. The disabled team was lucky to get 2 penalties. Each one exceeded 1 point. But it was not over yet. The dwarves passed the ball to their marksman. The dwarves took back 2 points ahead. There were only 10 seconds left in this game. Then the ball reached Benito. How could he make mistakes at this critical moment? Benito ran the opposite way of the opponent's goal. He led the ball to the disabled team's goal. "Go this way, you're lost." Benito threw the ball behind him, using his iconic backscore method. Unfortunately, the ball fell out of the goal. They lost the game. Marco was a little lost. But the whole audience seemed very excited. The two teams warmly hugged and celebrated together. They were not unhappy because of the second place. Marco also understood the happiness of these people. The cup was a huge deal to them. It was the whole process of doing their best. There are many disabled people in society. It is unfortunate for them, but we are all mortals. We are born equal. The disabled can also cross the road, wearing reverse shoes, personally attacking, ignoring all the rules. But some ordinary people never realize that we are just the same kind, quarreling with the administrator in the parking lot, quarreling with their partner in love, making their parents upset at home. It's always bad language to their family. It's always flattery to outsiders. Clearly, they are the one who needs to be educated most. That's all for today. I'm Harry. I'll see you next time.